Recently, I've been playing a lot of virtual reality games, specifically using mods that convert normal games into VR. The whole experience has been incredibly fun, and it has reminded me of why I purchased my VR headset in the first place. I've owned a Quest VR headset for a couple of years now, and its usage has been inconsistent. Most of the time, it sits on top of my computer for months at a time, but when I find a game that I really enjoy, that's a different story. The recent VR mods I've been playing are specifically for Source games, and it's impressive to see that the Source engine continues to be a powerful and versatile tool in the gaming industry, even today. So imagine my surprise when I discovered that there was a VR mod for Garry's Mod, and to my amazement, it works perfectly. I was not anticipating the ease of setting up the mod. The only requirements are installing the VRMod add-on, and running the bat file from the GitHub link provided in the mod's description. That's it. Just don't make the same mistake I did and forget to turn on SteamVR during the initial setup. I ended up reinstalling my entire game and add-on library only to realize I forgot to start SteamVR in the first place. Once you are in the game, simply select the map, wait for it to load, then open the console and type in VRMod. From there you can choose your desired settings, press start, the game will switch over to VR after a few seconds. I have tried both wired and virtual desktop options and they work well, although I often switch to wired connection after an hour because virtual desktop drains the battery life extremely fast in this. Once you are in, the possibilities are endless, such as the nature of GMod. But the major draw for me is exploring maps. It has been almost a decade since I've played Garry's Mod, and the maps have come a long way since then. The maps I've seen so far have pushed the Source engine to its absolute limit for the sheer size and level of detail. There is no shortage of diverse and creative content to explore. But the VR mod is not limited to just maps. After playing around with the workshop, I have found that it has full compatibility with most add-ons, for better or worse. So why not just enhance our VR experience just a bit? For your convenience, I have gone through the workshop and picked out a selection of mods that will improve the VR experience without going overboard. The collection can be found in the description. I would only consider a few of these add-ons as essential. Those being Dynamic Flashlight with flashlight customization options, VRMod HUD, and VRMod interactive buttons, object weight, and manual pickup. These are the bare minimum you need for an enjoyable and immersive VR experience, especially for exploring maps and playing with friends.
It's like slightly lower.
Yes, it even works in multiplayer, with both VR and non-VR players. But what if you want to, do other fun stuff, like, shoot? Isn't that what most VR games are all about anyway? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. The Arc VR weapons include a manual reload animations and are similar to guns you would find in Half-Life Alyx or Boneworks. Hell, there is even a port of the Bonework weapons by the mod author themselves. I have put together another collection that includes all the VR combat enhancement mods that I've found. There's a lot in here, but some standouts are, of course, the Arc VR weapons, HD gun models, rack shoot, supersonic bullet cracks, and a few blood and bullet hole retextures. Yep. So now we have solid gunplay for a VR mod experience. We need something to shoot at, right? Well, I have an idea. So while I was getting this mod list for my video, I stumbled upon an interesting rabbit hole on YouTube about a newer type of NPC for Garry's Mod. People who play the game regularly will know what I'm talking about, those being Nextbots. These NPCs use the Source Nextbot system, which was created by Valve to make zombies for Left 4 Dead. These NPCs are smarter and have overall better pathfinding. The Nextbots will wander freely, stalk players, and depending on how they are made, they can kill players on any map in GMod that has a nav mesh. So naturally, modders have used this advanced technology to create 2D PNG chasers of various memes and copy pastas that blast ear rape and instantly kill players. However, not all Nextbots are like this. Some are, well, high effort and well made, and I've linked a collection of these Nextbots in the video's description as well. What I have found to be a funny prank is spawning some of these Nextbots in the map and not saying anything to anyone. Eventually, someone will stumble upon said NPC and be potentially scared shitless. This is especially true because many of the maps we've been exploring are of abandoned or eerie places that almost seem haunted. So why not embrace that by adding some scary NPCs like the schizophrenic shadow people, or Leatherface from the hit, wholesome family film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I know for a fact I've only scratched the surface of the potential of GMod VR. The mod has recently become more playable, and the VR specific add-ons are still new. I hope to see compatible add-ons for the hundreds of various weapon add-ons, as well as proper vehicle accessibility. Perhaps proper game mode support for popular game modes in Garry's mod, such as TTT or Prop Hunt. If you have a VR headset and haven't tried out GMod, now's a great opportunity. The game is available only for $10 and goes on sale every Steam sale. In fact, you probably actually already own it. And as always, expect videos soonish. Next one will probably be about VR again, and will probably be about Valve's best game. I'll let you guess what that is.